Hi guys, welcome to another beer review, or technically a re-review because I have already covered this one. I did a hangout with Dean from Dean's Beer Reviews, Craig from Kent Beer Reviews, and Michael from America, who doesn't have a YouTube channel but he's been on a few of like Jay Terrio's and Rod J's and other people's chats. I'm sure most of you guys know who he is, but we looked at a few Czech Pilsners not too long ago as of recording this, and also as I'm recording this it's currently Craig, Kent Beer Reviews' birthday, so yeah, I'll be dedicating this beer to you, my friend. And yeah, so this was one of the beers that we looked at, and it is of course the Budweiser Budvar from the Budějovický, that's not how you pronounce it, from the Budvar brewery in the Czech Republic, and it's a 5% ABV Pilsner. I picked this up in a can, as you can see, heads up my own arse already. And yeah, it's a pale lager, 500ml can. I've got notes from the hangout which I will go into. He says, as there's really nothing to add, I'll go into that at the end of the review. Off to a great start already, I think you will agree. So, yeah, pretty standard looking beer. You can get this in bottles and you can get other varieties as well. It's quite funny how on the bottle there's no English at all from what I remember, but on the can here you get multiple languages, so that's always good. Yeah, brewed by the brewery Budweiser Budvar, National Corporation, Czech Republic. So yeah, fairly recognisable Pilsner. Let's just get into it and see what we get, because we've wasted enough time already. So, beer in a glass. Be interesting to at one point do a head-to-head with this and the bottled version that we get here in Germany, just out of morbid curiosity more than anything else. Beer in a glass, and that is a lovely sort of, well, it looks like a lovely Pilsner. Lovely orangey hues in there, beautiful clarity, not too much going on in terms of the carbonation. It's got like this slightly yellowy amber colour to it. Beer poured with 2 fingers worth of a foamy white looking head. So fairly standard fare already. Let's give it a sniff. And you get that sort of slightly sweet malt aroma, but at the same time you get that straw-like character. Very, very grainy in general. Slight plain biscuit sort of aroma also. And then just in the background there's the slightest hint of a citrus. But yeah, very light smelling. Very crisp as well on the aroma. There's no offensive notes at all. Yeah, it smells really nice so far. So let's dig in. Cheers. That's crisp. Beautifully carbonated as well. Just like on the aroma, you get a very grainy flavour to it. Very straw-like. It's got slight grassy tones also. Maybe a hint of like a salad leaf as well. But yeah, very crisp, very refreshing. It's got a lovely, I'd say a medium body to it. And I'd be interested to actually revisit the live chat and see how my notes compare. Probably should have done that before I did this review, but oh well. As my good friend Dean would say, that is definitely a first quencher. There's not a lot going on with it, but you kind of really don't want too much going on with a beer like this. It's one of those ones where you want to get a 4-pack, a 6-pack, a crate of it. You just want to sit there, you want to have a couple of nice beers. It works as a great session beer when you want to get a little bit merry, but it's also a really solidly crafted enough beer for you to just enjoy one or two It's going to go perfect with pretty much every form of cuisine. If you're having a curry, perfect. It's going to cut through the spiciness. If you're having grilled chicken or maybe a steak, that sort of thing. Grilled fish, if you're one of those weird people who like seafood. You know, like a BLT, you know, full English breakfast. It's going to go with a lot of different cuisines. Even like a cheese board and a nice rye bread. Very versatile. Very solidly crafted. You don't get as much citrusy character as some Pilsners give. But I think that citrusiness could be more along the lines of a German style Pilsner more than anything else. But yeah, this is just a very solid, crisp, refreshing Pilsner. Not much is going on in there, but what is there is really, really nice. Nice and well rounded. The carbonation isn't too violent, which is always good. And yeah, you could sink them, and for the price and the availability, it's a very solid beer. So in terms of a rating, for what it is, I'm happy to give this a 9 out of 10. This could be my go-to Czech Pilsner. It was I forgot the name of it. I've got it written down here. It was Pilsner Urquell. How can you forget the name Pilsner Urquell? But when we were drinking it with all that, like comparing the stat, this was just so much more refined. And Pilsner Urquell's still a very solid Pilsner. It's got the reputation it deserves. It's a beautifully made beer. But this just edges it a little bit. So I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. So according to Rate Beer, it gets a 46 overall with a style of 82. I think that's bullshit. I don't know how you can... I don't like that system of rating it as style and then overall. Because you can get like a beer that's 99 overall, but then in the style it gets 2. It's like, what the fuck do you take from that? Then Beer Advocate gives it a much better score, 81, with the bros not giving it a score. I think that's a little bit less than what I would give it. And on Untapped, it's got 3.29 out of 5 with from 67,192 ratings. I'm really not working on full pistons here. And that was added on the 21st of the 8th, 2010. I think, again, that's a little bit lower than what I would give it. And just out of interest, as of this point, the best Czech Pilsner on Rate Beer is the Pilsner Urquell Unfiltered, which I think you can only get at the brewery. The Beer Advocate best Pilsner is Reality Check from Moonlight Brewing Company, which is an American brewery, I believe. I don't know. I'm not going to get into all that sort of stuff. Pilsner Urquell was on that list, 64th out of 100, and this beer was on the list also, 78th out of 100. And then the best Czech Pilsner on Untapped is the Duchovny from Medusa Brewing Company. So yeah, you could have just looked all that stuff up yourself, couldn't you? But yeah, I think that's a wonderful little Pilsner. Does exactly what it says on the tin, and it's damn enjoyable also. So if you have tried it, as always, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Check out the live review that we did. Check out Dean, check out Craig also. Happy birthday, my friend, even though it's going to be like a few weeks, maybe a couple of months after your birthday that this gets uploaded. And yeah, check out my Pilsner playlist down below for more. If you want to find out more about this brewery, then links are down there also. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I said it was going to be a quick one, but it never fucking is it? Thank you guys for watching, and I should hopefully see you all later. Cheers, guys.